now coming to your current role, so with your leadership at Fractal and expertise across AI and Gen AI, do you view this recent development as more of a hype, or it's actually a tectonic shift for businesses in the APAC region?
See, there is every new technology that comes in, there is a large part of it that is grounded in what is happening in the industry or what is expected to happen in the industry. There is, of course, some hype also that comes along.
Mhm.
And some of that hype I feel sometimes is good as well, because that brings attention to the new things that are coming up.
Correct.
But at the same time, it puts a lot of responsibility on practitioners like myself and others in the industry on ensuring that we don't let down people through that hype alone, right? So we have to make sure that we are working with businesses to identify the right kind of use cases that we should be looking at, picking up use cases that we feel truly can actually make an impact on either the top line or the bottom line for the organizations.
Right.
And figuring out a way in which within a 3 to 6 month time period, we actually start seeing the impact of the work that we are doing. One of the days where you could spend a year, 2 years on an engagement and you continue to go deeper in the hope that you will see some output or some benefit or impact at the end of that period.
Mhm.
It is very important to showcase value quickly and then build on that value to then scale that across the organizations.
Right. So now coming to the scaling part, right? So from your perspective, working with the clients across Asia Pacific, what's the readiness of the organization in embracing the GenAI technologies or this shift that is happening
Yeah.
compared to other regions?
Sure. So I think all organizations are making concerted efforts to upskill their employees, right?
Mhm.
And this upskilling differs depending on the role that individuals play.
Right.
There are those people who are in data or related fields. They are getting upskilled more on how to handle those tools on their own that can help them leverage Gen AI or even create some of those tools as you go along. So
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
one part. Second part, and which is probably I feel more important these days, is how do you upskill your middle and top level managers?
Mhm.
Upskill them not on the technicalities of what it takes,
Mhm.
but on how and where they could leverage solutions like these
Right.
and bring them to a place where they are open about experimenting with some of these new technologies like generative AI and the impact that they can have in their day-to-day business. That's one part.
Mhm.
Second part, which needs to kind of follow on from there, is decide instead of just sticking to upskilling, how do you then acquaint people with frameworks within which discovery of new use cases could happen for these individuals as well?
Correct.
And that I feel somehow is much more important, because a lot of times upskilling tends to focus only on knowledge about a certain thing, but how do you go about using it? How do you make it in a structured manner? Because everybody is not comfortable with unstructured ways of working. They do like some sort of a structure, some sort of a paradigm within which they can look at leveraging those skills as well.